Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Can
Thank you.
you can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Patrick. I'm European, Slovenian. I live in New York. I'm a fashion photographer. Also some art work. Yeah, and live fully in New York City.
Okay. And are you a social media user?
User. I'm a user.
I say user.
Yeah, not abuser.
Abuser. Okay.
No. In sense of yeah, I do use it. Facebook for more. I think I started that quite some time ago. Just recently joined Twitter, Instagram, and there was another one called Tumblr. Mainly because of my work.
Oh, so you're basically
So,
everywhere.
well, apparently there's more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you use it mainly for work?
Yes, I use it. I would say now that I get to know Instagram, I think since I come from a photography field, I think it's a very good way of educating the crowds of how to take the frame and what photography is about and what the pictures are about. So in that sense, maybe Instagram is the closest that I would relate to outside of work. The rest, yeah, work-wise.
Okay, but you also stay in touch with your friends from Europe, perhaps,
Yes.
via social
Yes,
media?
social media. I approve it in that sense a lot because I believe that it's less production than making a phone call. Therefore, if you have a thought and you want to just send somebody a message, you think of them, you can, continue your relationship in that sense, and it feels less that you move further apart than you felt before.
So will you describe yourself as an active user or
Oh.
not so active? I mean,
Yeah, all depends on the week. It's not always that I like people that much. Hanging out with people that much. So I guess those weeks a little bit more less active. But yeah, I think it's yeah, exactly. It's a good way of another thing that I like is that it's not imposed because when you socialize, you already have people in front of you. Now, in that sense, you basically choose what you wanna.
okay, do you see any positive sides of using and participating in various social media?
As I said, Instagram definitely, because I come from photography field, I believe that by educating masses what a good picture, or trying to take a good picture, a good frame, they will only approve my work because it's about consistency of taking a good photo and it's not easy. So maybe people will understand what a good picture really is about more than they have. Facebook, yeah, keep in touch with your friends. But I think mainly it's a very lazy distraction.
Lazy distraction.
Lazy distraction. It's like I have nothing better to do.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was a tech TV, now it's Twitter, Facebook. We just stopped interfering with ourselves and our thoughts. You have a problem, and you have either dealing with a problem or a challenge, which we all have on a daily basis. That's what life is about. Instead of dealing with it, you take it to a distraction. TV, food, drugs, Facebook. Not saying when you do it once in a while, but when it's a constant thing, it's another way of distracting yourself instead of doing maybe thinking what you should be thinking or.
So you don't, like nowadays, let's say you don't find yourself more distracted or less social?
I find myself more distracted. I have a very hard time finding the discipline of not interfering, also not checking the Facebook because you also get influences from people's life that you were not really a part of. And I find it very confusing. Before I only had to be avoiding TV, now you have to be avoiding 5 other medias to kind of try to continue your path. I don't know. Maybe somebody's path is the social media, but that's for the masses. I don't think that's for people.
And where do you see like social media in, let's say, 5 years? What in which direction do you think it will go?
I hope, which most likely won't happen, because I believe social media is done for masses. Therefore, a lot of people will fall into it, and this is what their life will consist of. Social media and work, survival, or whatever they will be dealing with. Hopefully in 5 years this will all go a little away and we'll go back to organic and living in the middle of the woods. But most likely won't happen. At least if there would be a little bit of that would be great, but I see it more happening into more extreme way of what is now, unfortunately.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.